All the stuff in this universe, including us, is made of matter. But the question to be answered is, what is matter? Scientifically speaking, anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Pretty simple. But here's the catch. Not this one. If everything is made of matter, then why do objects look different? For example, I have this sheet of paper. It looks continuous. But there are some substances like these crystals of potassium permanganate. These crystals look granular. They're not continuous. So what makes them different? To understand that, let us perform an activity. We can tear this paper into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces, which means matter is not continuous, rather particulate in nature. Amazing, right? So let's perform some activities to investigate the characteristics of matter. So for that, first, let us take this beaker filled with water. Now, as we have said that matter is made of particles, water is also made of particles. But can we see the particles of water? No, we cannot. So that means the size of the particles of matter is small. Now, observe carefully what happens when I add the colored crystals of potassium permanganate to water. Can you see the color change? As the crystals are being added, color of the water changes. Now, if I stir the water, the crystals start to disappear and the color intensifies. How is that possible? So what happens is, when you add the crystals to water, they break into tiny particles. And those tiny particles get incorporated between the space present between particles of water. So this activity demonstrates that there are spaces present between the particles of matter. So this is getting very interesting, but the story doesn't end here. Have you ever wondered that when we sprinkle a perfume, we can smell the fragrance of that perfume even from a distance? How does that happen? So to explain that, I need to have a perfume. So here's my perfume, and I'm sprinkling the perfume away from myself. But I can smell the fragrance. So what happens? The particles of perfume and the particles of air mix up.